One of the sources of sediments found in the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico come from the sands of Morocco, Algeria, and Tunis. These are picked up by the westerly winds to deposit these particulates as far north as London and as far west as the Pacific coast of the Central American nations. These sands eventually settled, mostly in the ocean, but also coating everything on the land, providing a source for finer residues found on the seafloor and suspended in the water for anywhere from days to even months, depending on the size of the particle in question. However, these particles can bring with them hitchhikers. Viruses can traverse the desert sands of the Sahara to bring devastation and disease to ecosystems halfway across the world. From algae and coral colonies dying to potentially even human plagues. These oceanic diseases can lead to entire ecosystems being devastated. Coral bleaching is when symbiotic algae leave the corals, resulting in white, nutrient-depleted coral. This happens when oceans get too warm or acidic, or if the oxygen in the seawater gets too depleted, or, most notably, when disease spreads like Greek fire through their oceanic environments. Over the past few years in particular, massive bleaching events have destroyed coral reefs due to human acceleration of this process, which begins with Saharan sand. In addition, these infected sands traversing the Mediterranean could be responsible for more than just coral and algae deaths. These are also thought to have been the main culprit in causing the Antonine Plague spread. The Antonine Plague was an ancient pandemic, a plague that spread death and destruction across Asia Minor, Aegyptus, Achaea, and Italia itself. It is approximated to have killed 5 million people and decimated the Roman army. While there is no way to be 100% certain, the disease is believed to have been the introduction of smallpox to Europe. Smallpox is a strand of the variola virus belonging to the Poxviridae family and measuring from 302 to 315 nanometers. The story of viruses in coral reefs may not yet be certain doom, though, as new research is beginning to reveal. Researchers are now calling coral reefs the medicine cabinets of the 21st century because although corals are animals, they behave much like plants in that they evolved to have chemical defenses against predators due to their stationary nature. Most modern medicines derive from chemicals found within plants, and new technologies have caused pharmaceutical companies to discover the veritable cornucopia within the sea. These new medical resources have led to breakthroughs in treatments for cancer, arthritis, human bacterial infections, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, and particularly in viruses. As natural selection has led the corals which are most successful in the viral threats to survive and reproduce. Eons of this natural arms race of evolution has led to stronger coral populations, pollution and industrial fishing notwithstanding, of course, and thus to better medicines for mankind in this new age of antibiotic-resistant infections.